So in this tutorial, I'll be teaching you guys how to create this look, so if you want to learn, please keep watching. So the first step I'm going to be using to achieve this look is going to be to prime my eyes with the Maybelline Fit foundation. And then our next step is just going to be to lace some concealer on top of a foundation just to have a nice base for our eyeshadows. Also, this stuff is so bomb. If you have not tried the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, you need to try it. And next, I'm just going to take the color Banana in my Anastasia Beverly palette and just conceal the bottom of my eyebrows with any small concealer brush. As soon as you're finished with that, you want to go and bake your eyelids just to give it that perfect base. Now our eyes are ready for the eyeshadow, so I'm going to take my Palais palette and the color City Lights with my domed eyeshadow brush from Crease Techniques and just put this mostly on my outer third of my eye, but all over the lid as well. And then the next color we're going to use to darken the outer third of our eye is going to be the Belle brown in the Palais palette. We're just going to make sure that we get these two colors blended out really nicely, and I like to alternate between my Naked 2 palette brush and this one because it just does the blending so nice. Now that our lighter colors are nice and blended, we can go in with the black, which is, in my opinion, the scariest part because you don't want to put too much on your brush and just ruin the whole look and start over. So I advise just going in little by littles and just putting it at the very edge of where the smoky eye ends. And yeah, like I just did, just keep on blotting it on your hand to make sure you're not putting on too much on your brush. And now we just blend, blend, blend. Always make sure to blend and your life will be amazing. Just kidding. But really though, you need to blend your eyeshadow to make sure that there's no harsh lines. And then of course you can keep adding a little bit more depending on how dark you want it and if it's not even on each side, because sometimes it's a little hard to get the both sides even, so just keep blending. I'm gonna speed through my left eye a little bit faster because I didn't realize that I was getting the camera out of focus with my little mirror, but the other eye is perfect, so this one I'm just gonna have to fast forward it a little bit. And now we're just going to move on to creating half of a cut crease, and I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer to do this. And when applying your cut crease, you just want to see where your eye kind of folds. If you move your head and look down, you can kind of see where that starts, and just start applying your concealer or cream eyeshadow where that line is. And just for this look, I'm not going to be doing the cut crease all the way to the end, only to the middle. And once I get to the middle, I'm only going to be patting it so there's not such a harsh line and it gives it sort of a blending effect. And I'm just going to go in with the concealer one more time to really define that line and make it really noticeable that there's a separation there.
Take 1,000 pictures like the hype beast now. People saying that we're goals. That's all I ever wanted. Fuck the haters, fuck the trolls. Oh yeah. I heard that you were wanderlust. Girl, where'd you go? Go ahead with your travel plans. Go ahead around the world now. Give me a reason. You know that I'm leaving. Give me one reason. You know that I'm leaving, but I know how to please you. And it's me in the freezer. It's all that you need.
And then to set the concealer, I'm just going to be using the flat end of my naked brush with the same baking powder that I used on my eyelids. Next, I'm just going to intensify the cut crease line with my Curly Bible palette, and I'm going to be using the cream shade, and my palette is so destroyed, but it still works, so we're going to be taking that color and just putting that into the cut crease and just making it more bold. And now I'm just going to repeat all the steps on my other eye. And then going in one last time with my Curly Bible palette, I'm going to be using the third highlight shade color, and I'm going to be putting that on top of what I did with the cream color. And now before adding our falsies, we're going to curl our eyelashes and add mascara just to make it all flow together. And this is my personal favorite mascara. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. So moving on to falsies, the biggest thing I recommend is to let your glue get nice and tacky so it can be sticky and stick to your eye well. And also I recommend to have the tweezers handy just in case, because sometimes eyelashes can be really difficult. As you can see, a demonstration here of my eyelashes being difficult. And now that we're done with our eyes, we can move on to the face, and I'm going to color correct my under eye with the salmon color in my Anastasia palette. This usually gets rid of the bluish tones on our under eyes. And now, using my Maybelline Fit Me foundation and my beauty blender, I'm going to be applying the foundation onto my face. And of course, I can't live without my Mario Badescu rose water, so I spray my beauty blender with it, and I strongly believe that this is what helps my foundation not get dry or cracked during the whole day. And now for one of my favorite things in the world, concealer. We are just going to apply this wherever you feel like you need it or in the places you want to brighten. And I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me, of course. I love this stuff. While I'm baking, I'm going to go in with the color Cinnamon from the Anastasia palette and use this as my darker contour shade. I'm going to apply it with my fingers, but I'm going to blend it out with my Real Techniques foundation brush. Then I'm just going to make sure I blend out all these darker lines just so that there's no harsh lines on my face. Then with any fluffy brush, just remove the baking powder from underneath your eyes. And now, using an angled brush, we are going to bronze the face. And now we're going to be applying our highlighter. I love highlighter so much, and this is my favorite personally. It's the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. I apply it with a fan brush. It usually takes your face from like 0 to 100 real quick, and it's just amazing. Then moving on to the lippies, I'm also going to be using another one of my favorites, which is the NYX Liquid Suede in Soft Spoken. And I also strongly recommend using a lip liner before liquid lipstick because it's so easy to go out of the lines. I kind of did, but I cleaned it up afterwards, I promise. And just to give my lips a little bit more depth, I'm going to go in with the NYX Lingerie and Lace Detail. Usually putting a lighter color in the center of your lips makes your lips appear bigger. And I know, you guys are gonna kind of hate me because I did this a little bit backwards, but I almost forgot about my lower lash line, and shame on me, don't forget about your lower lash line, girl. So I'm gonna be applying all the colors that I applied on my lid, on my lower lash line, which is the City Lights, the brown, and also the black on the outer corner. And last but not least, mascara on your bottom lashes. It completes all your looks and it makes everything look put together. So don't forget about this step, like I almost did. Shame on me. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you achieve this look. Thank you so much for watching.